Okay, so I'm on my way home from California, and we are listening to a teaching by a lady named Abby, and she is talking about being a container. And I started thinking, like, God, I want to be a container of your love. I want to be a container of your love. And I suddenly had this revelation that, like, the enemy tries to sell us these lies about ourselves, and he tries to make us believe these things. And so the Bible says that we're vessels, and so I had this revelation that we're a container, right? And sometimes we can get filled with these negative things about ourselves, like, I don't deserve, I'm not good enough, I'm useless, I can't, this isn't for me, I feel insignificant, right? And so we fill ourselves with these lies and stuff. And so whenever God tries to pour his love into us, he can only pour so much. Like, he can only pour up to here because I'm filling myself with all of these lies. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this. Like, right now I'm doing this because I had a thought, like, people give me compliments and I just automatically reject them. And I remember I was sitting in church, and a friend of mine complimented me, and actually, like, complimented my personhood, like my character, not like something I was wearing or something like that. And I immediately felt my heart, like, reject it, like, that's not true. And so, I mean, like, if you were to ask me, Karen, do you hate yourself? I would immediately say, like, no. I don't hate myself. Of course not. That's like the dumbest question ever. But I started thinking about it, and like the way that I think about myself, and the way that I would compare myself, and like just if I made a mistake, the way that I would talk to myself afterwards. Like, I would never, ever talk to anyone the way that I talk to myself. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And so I got on this mission. I'm on this mission, and I'm still going through it. And I am just totally unpartnering with every lie that I had believed about myself. And I started asking God. I said, God, I need you to tell me what is inside of my container. I need you to tell me, like, who I am, who you created me to be, because I can read it in the Bible all day long, but I needed to hear him for myself. Like, who do you say that I am? And so every once in a while, I'll get a word, and he'll tell me something, and I just started journaling it, like all of the words that he was calling me. And then I just started declaring stuff over myself. Like, sometimes I would say things like, well, you know, I don't have anything to offer. You know, that was something that I really believed about myself. And I started saying, no, I have a wellspring of life inside of me. Like, God has created me for life, and I am made to give life. And so I just started declaring all of that kind of stuff over me, and just like, I quit limiting God in my life, because who knows, you know what I mean? He's trying to, you know, pour in all of this stuff, and he's created us for all of these things, but then, you know, he's not limiting us, we're limiting ourselves. So that's kind of the journey that I've been on.